I am the knife in the dark.
But before I start new battles,
I assist you.
I'm going to send my spies forward
On the move.
so that I could get a lot more intel on enemy positions out there. Okay.
The shadows.
It looks like Bactria's forces will gladly leave previous Armenian territory. They won't be fighting us, and soon there's going to be a frontier out here. 3 our armies, 2 of theirs out there, together with many cities. Now, this is one of the last Armenian settlements. We're going to take it. And we're going to simply raise them. So that is we're just going to kill them off. As effectively as possible. Another settlement is ours. However, the battles for Armenia does not end there. Another important battle is waiting for us there. And we're going to engage into this battle now. As you can see, they hold a lot of ranged cavalry. We have ambushed them. I like to see that. It's an ambush. Maybe this will help us catch some of their cavalry. With our own cavalry, maybe we would prevail in this circumstance. They are backed. Cornered, in fact. And that's what we've got. So they're marching forward together with a few heavy units. Then they're supported by a lot of spears, and these spears should be engaged with those heavy units using our melee infantry. Everybody else should fight their cavalry with slingers, and that's our cavalry. So I'm positioning my cavalry right there, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Everybody else needs to run on their infantry. So I'm ordering just like that everybody to attack a unit. Then in here we're going to do the same. After that I want my skirmishers together with the general's unit and cavalry to go after their cavalry.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Finally, everything seems to be in order.
Our general is under attack.
It's an engagement, certainly. However, let's go, let's attack. It looks like they're blobbing up there, and I want to use this to my advantage. I need my cavalry to attack either their cavalry or their slingers. Alright, that's exactly what I'm going after. As you can see here, their infantrymen have been really strongly surrounded here. Look at that. They've been hit from all sides right now. and it looks like soon they're all going to run. No doubts about that. Their heavy infantry is slightly lost out here, but they'll soon be supported by additional forces that I'm going to send from the hill down on them. And this pocket is going to be good enough. In any case, I need my cavalrymen to fight these horse archers, because it looks like we can, and we are very able to deal with these. It looks like that's the battle for Armenia, and they are certainly losing this battle. These soldiers right here, they're all nobles, or in this case just a heavy spear infantry, has been broken, and for no longer they're going to choose to fight. Okay, I want to order my cavalry to further engage them. This cavalry unit has suffered tremendous casualties, but but they have not been wiped out. Fortunately, look at that, this guy got so many hits and they're still shooting. Look at that, he has so many javelins in his back, in his ass in fact. That, look at that, they're so cheering. They all threw a spear at him, and they're probably cheering the ones that actually got the javelins in them. Now. What else? These are the only ones that we are still rounding up, as you can see. We should be able to catch these. Look at that, there's this horse. Looks like a wild horse, but it's not a wild horse. I wonder if it's one of ours or it's one of theirs. I don't know, but it's certainly gonna go and live his own life as a free horse with a saddle on it. It's done. The battle is ours. And I would say that was the battle for Armenia, because without the proper army, they have nothing else left out there. And so we're going to annihilate this nation.
Your next command?
I like to enslave the people that have certainly been destroyed. As you can see, we have even an icon here, so our students in our schools here will certainly learn about this battle, and obviously nobody's going to forget about this. And soon, after more than 2000 years from this day, in this video game, we in our own schools will have this battle marked in their vocabularies, because everybody knew about this battle, and they knew about this battle because they marked this battle and talked about this battle a lot. And this is where another battle takes place. As you can see, they are defending the settlement, and it will make up a large force, more than one army strong. However, we will be attacking with 2 armies ourselves, so this isn't going to be a small engagement, but this engagement will surely be the end. So we have three sides from which we can attack. This side is protected by a cliff. This cliff cannot be overcome, so we can't attack from there. We can only attack from three sides. So that's exactly what we are going to do.
Lusitani nobles.
Then,
Lusitani nobles.
and I'm gonna create one
Break formation.
large force
Lusitani nobles.
right there.
Warriors eager for blood. Lusitani nobles.
And another force consisting solely of cavalry. I'm gonna create them
For blood and battle.
on this side right here. The rest of the army is going to do the same thing. The rest of the army is going to join the battlefield in no time.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
This is where the last Amirian forces are going to make their stand, which is what I really like. It's at the town center. I think that it's a big deal because we can squeeze them in, and if they start to break, the panic will be spreading like fire.
Warriors, withdraw.
I'm going to retreat one of these units because they have already suffered enough casualties in previous engagements. And so let's find out what this is all about. It looks like they can support us with some cavalry out there. The rest of these soldiers need to march on to their other positions. On this side, I'm going to place them in a very similar fashion as their counterparts. Okay, let's just first find out how they are going to organize themselves. I think this is going to be a relatively easy engagement. It will involve a really powerful cavalry charge, because I'm going to focus on really numerous engagements. So that this engagement will consist of 6 cavalry brigades. Imagine that plowing into enemies' rear that's fighting on a flat line facing the enemy. Each 6 units attacking another 6 units in the backs with great speed, using a frenzy charge at the right time. It would just probably like go through as if they're made out of butter. The line was made out of butter and you had a knife, a really good sharp hot knife. Okay, so these are almost there. This will just take a second until they all run through. They're already exhausted, but that's fine. They get their fatigue back up to strength quite quickly, actually. Okay. finally can issue deployment orders. And everybody can run through. This army can start marching forward. And we'll all be in a position now. The soldiers are exhausted, so their fatigue can't get any worse than that, so that's the only advantage so far. In any case, it looks like they have decided to defend this side a little bit better.
So they have some honor then.
By placing some skirmish units, medium infantry. It's fine, created this kind of a square formation for themselves. Alright, finally here my soldiers are getting in a position, and from here I'm going to start advancing. Some of these are already very tired and not exhausted anymore, so that's good. As you can see, they're out of breath. They had to run for quite a bit, and I like the way it's being shown. Look at that, they're breathing heavily. And they need to get a breather. Look at that, they're all tired, all of them. All of these brigades. In any case, these soldiers are moving up. We're relatively close anyway. These can rest for a little bit. And while this formation here goes into place, that's absolutely fresh. The rest of these will move in, and they obviously will have to run too. Now when these start to shoot, then we start to run. Okay, they won't be running too close, but that's probably going to be just enough for them to start shooting. They have been issued with an order to fire, and so it begins. Let's move in, and let's move in with these soldiers. Some of these are already being winded, so that means that they're just slightly tired, that's it. In any case, they shouldn't be a disaster. They all need to be issued with an attack order. As you can see, everybody here is already engaged, and all of my troops here will go through this line. Look at that. Wow, that's just beautiful. Oh, they're running away. Can't take this for long. Alright, everybody's gonna move in. In here we have a very similar situation. Okay, the cavalry charge can start to take place. In here we have a really tough engagement. Once again, it even lags a little bit. Now in here, the cavalry is going to attack most of the range units.